after the bye week next week and play in 2 weeks. 2nd and 20 as Montana looks right, then goes left down the sideline, lays it in perfectly for Willie Davis at the 22-yard line.
Well, after his first pass, I think clearly a throw of adrenaline as he
and Russell Freeman. 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line, and Elway begins by going to the air, looking for a secondary receiver, and over the middle hits Derek Russell, but he loses the ball. It's a loose ball. It's picked up by Ross from the 37 across the 40, the 50, and Kevin Ross takes it to the Denver 38 where he's tackled by Reggie Johnson.
Well, this is some start to a football game.
From the 28, Montana with a beautiful ball handling. Davis makes another catch at the 45. He's banged down there by Braxton, another first down.
If you ever wonder about Joe Montana's arm that kept him out for almost 2 years.
2nd and 3 at the 20-yard line. Jonathan Hayes, the motion man. And Montana throws wide open is Willie Davis, who's become Joe's favorite target. And a big gain to midfield to the 49-yard line.
Willie Davis. Good work between those two.
Davis has already caught 5 balls for 108 yards tonight. Here's Marcus Allen to the short side of the field. And Marcus Allen breaks inside the 40 down to the Bronco 35-yard line and got a nice block from the Nebraska rookie Will Shields.
And I'll tell you who else he got a good block from, and what a smart play by Paul Hackett. You saw them put guilty man.
1st and 10 at the 48, inside handoff. Milburn, hello.
Ball's loose.
Loose ball. Shannon Sharp.
See, now it's just a fight for the football.
Indicating that
the possession here has not yet been. There's the ball.
You can lose an arm at the bottom of that pile. Nichols has the pile, and Kansas City has the football.
When the officials don't see the ball, and there's a pile.
In San Francisco, but when Montana came, Bono stayed as the backup to Young. With his big toss on 2nd and 2, and Montana finds a wide open receiver, Burton. At the 20, he's inside the 15 and tackled at the 10.
No flags. On mine, go to class.
So this is even better than an extra point. 20-yard attempt. And Lowry puts it through.
Geez, Al, all I said was Lowry's coming out to kick the field goal. I didn't say it was a bad idea.
You are left back.
My Lord.
15-0.
I failed for beautiful.
From the 48, Elway going deep, and great coverage, and the pick by Jay Taylor. And Taylor coming all the way across the field up to the 40. Look out. To the 50, but they're going to say all of this is for naught. The play is dead back at the 6.
Oh, but it was fun to watch.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
What an interception by Jay Taylor. His first one of the...
2nd and 14 from the 21-yard line, and there's Montana to Davis, makes the catch, tackled at the Denver 48-yard line. Willie Davis, 31-yard pickup.
Who's got the 15-0 lead? I mean, obviously Denver.
Advisedly, 25 penalties for 180 yards. Milburn underneath. Tackled up at the 47-yard line.
With a 3rd down and 9. Evans couldn't find anyone, and he's hauled down by Neil Smith. His 2nd sack of the season. Set the stage for Marcus Allen to score number 100. 1st and goal from the 1. It's a fake to Allen and a touchdown. He was eligible. Joe Valerio to wind up as a 2nd tight end, caught the touchdown. Down at the 15. Montana with a bullet. Touchdown. has a member of the Chiefs in Tampa hooking up right there on a 15-yard pass. Once again, Marcus Allen, and he's in for the touchdown.
He used him as a decoy. Give him the ball.
That is number 100 in the illustrious 12-year NFL career of Marcus Allen. It has been a long, simmering feud. Greg Robinson stopped up by Dale Carter.
What a great play by Dale Carter. I don't like this call. You're running a sweep, and I don't know if this was designed to be a sweep.
One of the fastest players in the NFL. He has been Mr. Excitement. First down at the 36. Greg able to step up and has the tight end, Mike Dial. Aaron Wallace with the tackle of Dial. It goes for 32. 7 of 9 was forced to leave after apparently pulling a hamstring. Harvey Williams. Williams broke the tackle. Oh, what a move. Out to the 38-yard line. Derek Hoskins hauled him down. He went for 18.
But Anthony Smith is...
Evans took the deep drop from the Bulls. And Kansas City has recovered. Neil Smith, who has had for 162 yards, and for Marty Schottenheimer's Kansas City Chiefs, 7 penalties for 42 yards. So the final score, the Chiefs 24 and the Raiders 9. Chiefs looking ahead to Cincinnati next week, and the Raiders next Sunday will be back home for the New York Jets.
Third down and 4. And Craig to throw. Little swing right side. This pass is complete to Anders. Anders cuts back at the 40. Slips another tackle inside the 30-yard line. Kimball Anders.
He was there with the Raiders in the last couple of years.
Greg, little timing pass, end zone touchdown, Kansas City. Tim Barnett.
The old Kansas City offense.
No, but if they run the 49ers offense, like when they had run like a Roger Craig and featured 20 times a game, he could do it. And here's the pass, is dumped out to Anders, and he just keeps going. 9-yard line. Kimball Anders, 18 yards on the play. And here is Marcus Allen, cuts back to the 5. Hedrick scores.
101, Charlie. Touchdown number 101.
Just outside their own 32-yard line. Greg, he goes deep, far side, has a man, and it is complete. J.J. Burton. And here come the Kansas City Chiefs. And all of a sudden, 75,000 fans are back in the ballgame. 1,399 points. And if he is successful here, he reaches the 1,400 plateau. Here it is. And it is up. And it is good.
Now 1,402. As we did with the Cincinnati Bengals, let's also give credit to the punter for the Kansas City Chiefs, Brian Barker, with another.
And he is pulled down to the 29-yard line. He'll lose 4. It'll be 2nd and 14. Saliamua got it. 1:48, time remaining. pressure from the outside, and there's the sack. And Martin Bayless, the free safety, got it. And so Kansas City will take over on downs, needing only now to run out the clock. And this is high and wobbly and underthrown, and it is intercepted. Charles Mincy with the interception. And the clock is stopped on the turnover with 1 second. This will make it official. Kansas City 17 and Cincinnati 15. Once again, the final score from Arrowhead Stadium. Kansas City Chiefs 17, the Cincinnati Bengals 15. Coming up next on most of these NBC stations, Game 2 of our NFL doubleheader. Most of you to see the Los Angeles Raiders host the New York Jets, and some of you to see the San Diego Chargers battle the Pittsburgh Steelers. For Todd Christensen, I'm Charlie Jones. You've been watching NBC Sports coverage of the National Football League.
Third down and a long 4. Ronnie Harmon in there, pass situation. And Freeze goes down. No, it's Derek Thomas on the blind side. Thomas, the brilliant rushing linebacker who had 6.5 sacks against San Diego in the... There, he looked through 3 different potential receivers and finds Willie Davis. Out of bounds at the 16 to 17-yard line. Darren Carrington covering for the Chargers, a 47-yard play.
The day of the game. You'd rather go to the locker room.
Lovely wife Jennifer and son Nathaniel are here cheering him on today on 3rd down and 8. First time he's had to scramble.
Allen.
Touchdown, Marcus Allen, the veterans, Montana to Marcus. 102nd touchdown in his great career for Allen. Former Notre Dame kicker. Might have been partially blocked. It looked like Neil Smith who got a hand on it. And it's Kansas City's ball at about the 18-yard line, and Marty Schottenheimer loves it.
But he's upset because the receiver...
NFL record setter, 29 in a row with his work earlier in this season. Kid spots up, blocked again.
Leave it alone. Don't touch it. They learn, Dick. They learn.
So 2 blocks by the Kansas City defense, and we'll check the replay to get the man to credit for that one. So the Chiefs,
with no timeouts, it's a hurry-up situation.
in the last 5 minutes, the out of bounds will stop the clock. Wide open, the tight end, and it's Keith Cash. A flag is down. And the way Montana's acting, it might be against San Diego for roughing him.
Oh,
Yep.
personal foul. Now, wait a minute, gentlemen.
For 36. 1 for 2 on 4th downs. What a play, and it's a first down at the 31-yard line.
And Marty Schottenheimer's telling him, get to the line of...
2:12 remaining. No timeouts left for Kansas City. There's that wraparound draw to Marcus Allen, and Allen is to the 5, Allen to the 1. Marcus Allen playing in his hometown of San Diego, where he was a high school All-Stater. Down by 4. Marcus Allen, touchdowns. His second of the day, 103rd in his great career. And Kansas City leads again. Minutes to go. But more importantly, 10 yards to go. And Freeze to Miller. So it goes Albert Lewis.
It's out of bounds. Wouldn't have been a catch even had Miller come down with it.
What's that?
Kansas City apparently has come off with another close win in San Diego. Down with just seconds to go. We can show you the Hager wrinkle-free cotton super play of the National Football League. And as Marty said, if we can only keep 37-year-old Joe Montana in good health. A near-record crowd in San Diego. Kansas City takes home the win. Will return.
Opening drive. Packers at their own 48. They send Sharp in motion. Favre comes the other way. Throws on the run and has it intercepted at the 30 by Kevin Ross. And Kevin Ross into Packer territory. One man to beat and can't beat him as he's tackled at the 23. He has never played free safety in his life. I think he's found a new home.
Well,
Poorly thrown ball by Favre.
remember Mike Holmgren told us how he has matured on from the football.
Third down and 8 at the 48-yard line. Craig floats one, caught by Willie Davis at the 32-yard line, a first down. George Teague with the coverage.
And you saw the 7-step drop of Dave Craig. He is a deep pocket passer.
Third and goal. Let's try.
Boy, Lonnie Martz, I think, got the fumble, and he could have gotten up. He could have scooped that baby up and maybe gone a long way.
Thomas and Joe Phillips had him in a sandwich, and Lonnie Martz recovered it. 10 after the Kansas City punt. Thompson is the sole running back.
Well, if you can't score any points on offense,
Scored on defense. Brett Favre.
darn right.
Getting stripped once again tonight.
Guess who? Derek Thomas. We talked about that
last
lawsuit.
time too, Dan.
We talked about
Two ways to look at this whole thing, and we're just in an equitable sense looking at what Cleveland is saying in regard to the Kozo situation. Willie Davis makes this catch, and they convert on third down inside the 20-yard line.
Oh, and what a move Willie Davis put on Terrell Buckley and help.
Imploring the defense to stop him on third and 9. And Smith and Thomas put the pressure on, and it's intercepted by Charles Mincy. And Mincy, who had lost his starting job and is playing only in the nickel and dime defense, picks it off, and there's a marker down up at the 40-yard line.
Ooh, Benny.
KC has the ball, first and 10 at the Green Bay 37. Chiefs leading by 4, looking for more, and a reaching catch by J.J. Burden.
Georgia.
First and goal at the 4.
That's what makes people sit down in front of their television sets and come to the stadium.
And an injured Chief back at ball at the 1. Second and goal. Marcus Allen, he knows how to find the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Good drive by the Chiefs.
Good blocking on that left side. He got a good lead block from Thompson, who threw his
Leading by 4. Thompson.
Ooh, good hit by
And the ball is loose in the end zone. Kansas City has it.
Big Dan Saliamua made it happen.
He usually recovers it. This time he caused it.
And Tracy Rogers comes up with a football. So the second giant play of the night by Dan. 33-1 shot. Sadly, you can do anything, right? At the 32-yard line. On first down, this is Todd McNair. And McNair breaks all the way down to the Packer 23-yard line.
I think that might have been about his 8th or 9th rushing attempt all season.
And settling for field goals. And that is intercepted at the 45 by Martin Bayless.
Well, that sends the Chief fans to the parking lot.
The happy Chief fans to the parking lot.
Yep.
6 turnovers, 3 interceptions, and 3 fumbles.
It developed an entirely new offensive formation with that offensive player about 15 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
And look at this, almost another turnover. Neil Smith created the fumble, which is recovered by Ken Rutgers.
Yes, Neil.
Yes, Neil.
We love you.
He takes the bow, and the Chiefs will take a bow as they remain on top in the AFC West, as the Kansas City Chiefs go to 6-2. And the Green Bay Packers are 4-4. Final score tonight,
105-pounder is a eligible receiver. 3rd and 1. Ooh, it looked like Smith was going forward. Napoleon McCallum fumbles, and who's got it at the 1-yard line? Kansas City, just as they did Monday night. The defense denying the opposition a big score inside the 5. Albert Lewis recovered the ball. He was a great teacher. That's right. Doesn't hurt to have him playing beside you. Approaching the 2-minute warning. Craig underneath. Took it Anders, and it's a touchdown. Kimball Anders. 15-yard play. And for Dave Craig, that breaks a tie on the all-time touchdown list. He was tied with Terry Bradshaw and Y.A. Tittle. Dave carries 22 yards and a fumble for Allen. On 3rd down, Craig downfield to Davis, and Davis to the 30-yard line. That's the biggest play of the day for Kansas City, 29 yards.
Well, that was nice pass protection. The King.
Marcus Allen back in the game, and he's got some running room. Dancing gets a block, twists away. What an effort by Allen at the 10. He's down at the 5. Oh, that is vintage Marcus Allen. Weaving, dodging, darting his way into the secondary. A 39-yard run. Marcus at tailback. It's the tight end Cash in motion. Marcus, he's at the 1. Touchdown! Carrying the Raiders tackler the best they have, according to their defensive coach, Eddie Anderson, into the end zone with him.
That is Marcus Allen's 7th touchdown this season.
1:19 to go in the 3rd. Play action, and
he's open.
First down has a man wide open. Willie Davis, no one near him. It'll be a touchdown, Kansas City.
Whoa!
And Craig with that throw ties John Brody, his 214th touchdown pass, and he's never had a receiver, including Steve Largent, more in the open. The Raiders at 12:30, a double bill on NBC. On the 20, Hostetler. Intercepted right into the arms of Lonnie Martz. And Martz, the linebacker, is to the 9-yard line. Napoleon McCallum saved the touchdown. Martz, first interception of the year.
Dick, I don't know how in the world Hostetler could have missed Lonnie Martz.
On the goal. Take to Allen, who carries it out well, and Craig then throws a touchdown to tight end Keith Cash. So both Cashes, the twins, have scored touchdowns today. His brother Kerry caught a touchdown today for the Colts, and Keith has his 2nd of the season and his first catch today.
That never should have.
The 10th tackle for Ross today. He's been busy at that new spot at free safety. Hostetler has it knocked away, and Hostetler recovers. It was Neil Smith who had 4 sacks in game 1 against the Raiders, and he has a 7-foot, 1.5-inch wing spread. You think he's out of your die for the Raiders. 4th and goal. Down by 11. He throws, and incomplete, and the Kansas City Chiefs down 14-0. Could have been 21-0 early, and they dominate this second half. As the Raiders, things seem so bright, for Art Shell's team early on as they were going to tie, shooting for the tie atop the FC West, and Marty Schottenheimer's play. So now,
Oh, no. Oh.
the test of the wrinkle-free slacks, and that'll give us a chance to see how his contest didn't have it on the road. Well, they found a way, and the way was Dave Craig. 3 touchdown passes, an 11-point win.
Cash in motion. Montana completes to Hayes. Jonathan Hayes hauled down by Marcus Patton, but he goes for 27. Second down and 8. And Andre Reed makes the catch and then coughs it up.
Nope, I don't think.
And let's see what the call is. It is Kansas City on the recovery.
I'm not sure about this one. I'm not sure, but you know this game, it's a game of breaks.
And Cash, Allen the deep back, comes to Allen.
What a great job! What a great job!
Marcus Allen.
What a great job!
For the touchdown.
What a great job by Montana. He got the blitz and he got it to the back on the swing pattern. Just an outstanding job of doing what you have to do.
12 from the 10. Kelly, hold down. He was just short of the goal line. Combination of Neil Smith and Joe Phillips will get credit for the sack. Major problem for the Kansas City Chiefs. Second most in the NFL. That was number 87. Montana completed. Frank Jones has a first down. Gang tackle. Darryl Talley led the way. It's a 16-yard advance.
That's pretty interesting right there. He gears up to throw it one.
Bill's trying to use hand signals. Oh, look out. Down he goes. Neil Smith. Smith with the sack. That's his first of the day, his 9th for the season. He is among the leaders.
But I tell you, he doesn't look like he's...
After that last series, and Kansas City taking over at the 36. Montana throws the middle and has Keith Cash trying to pull away, and Marcus Patton finally got him down.
They're staying with the pattern. They're throwing the ball on first down. They've only had one run on first. Stress not having penalties.
It's a 3rd down and 1. Play action. Montana throwing for the tight end once again. Did he catch it? Yes, he did. Keith Cash with a beautiful reception.
As I said, Marty Schottenheimer likes him, and I like him a lot too.
Are the running backs. That's Allen in motion. Montana certainly got the time. The tight end, Jonathan Hayes, getting to midfield. Hauled down by Cornelius Bennett. It's a 22-yard pass play. Second catch of the day are the tight ends. Off the play action. Touchdown, Keith Cash. So Keith Cash with his 3rd touchdown reception of the season, and the Chiefs extend the lead. Who came up with that fumble recovery, and it is picked off. Albert Lewis with his 2nd interception of the season, and Kansas City gets it right back.
Well, that was a pickoff. That was a thief there. He took that right away from him. That's just a great defensive play by Prop.
2nd and about 10. Kelly had the ball knocked away, and it's picked off by Salamura. And Kelly is hurt. Salamura on the deflection, and Kelly shaken up.
Marv, I don't mean to speak over you, but I saw that one coming, and he never did, and unfortunately, that's
by Kelly because of the loudness of this crowd. 3rd and 4. And Kelly goes long range. Intercepted. What a play by Dale Carter.
unbelievable. Unbelievable. That's what you get when you got great athletic ability. The the guy really, he outran the pass, and then Carter did a great job of just finding.
At the 49, we're coming up on 2 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, and Reich is pulled down by Neil Smith. That's his second sack of the game.
I'm gonna say it one more time. It's time to work on the running game.
Seattle, then at Denver, then home for San Diego. The Bills were held to 43 yards on the ground, an average of 2.5 yards per carry. That was it, and there's the gun. So the Kansas City Chiefs defeat the Buffalo Bills 23-7 here at Arrowhead. We'll be back after these messages. Kansas City with.
I felt like, and that's what they feel like they have to do. Montana's looking to throw.
Play action fake to Marcus Allen, and looking downfield, complete to Willie Davis inside the one.
Great throw on a fake route. Willie Davis getting locked again one-on-one in Montana.
Side the one. 6 minutes left in the first. Marcus Allen, who can smell the goal line, gets the touchdown for Kansas City.
I tell you, Marty Schottenheimer told us that he felt like Marcus Allen is the best, and this is a big statement now. He said in his opinion, it was the best goal. He expected this kind of production from him.
Second down and 13. Montana pump fake right, checks it off, goes left, and this is complete to J.J. Burton. And vintage Montana there, looks to his right, goes to his left, and finds the open Burton, who picks up first down yard.
Now you tell me, Dan, how did...
Doug Thomas has come into the game for the injured Brian Blades. Second down and 5 from the 11. Meyer with a drop, and in and out of the hands of Derek Thomas, and he fumbles the football, and this is Derek Thomas with a lot of room. Across midfield. 30. 10. Touchdown for Derek Thomas.
Quiet Kingdom, I'll tell you, that a big play. Now Rick Meyer just made a great play. Got out of the pocket. He's strong. He makes a good play here. Almost goes down. Good athlete, comes up.
Going for more of that Kingdom potato salad. Big series for Seattle to begin at the 14, 1st and 10. Meyer back to throw, and he was looking for Brian Blades, and it's picked off. Albert Lewis, 35. Got some blocking, and he'll get inside the 20 and all the way down to the 14-yard line. The center for Seattle, Ray Donaldson, made the stop on the veteran Albert Lewis, but clearly Rick Meyer over. Guess who? Marcus Allen. Touchdown, Kansas City. His second of the game. His 12th of the season.
So we actually...
And he loves playing on this AstroTurf. Second down and 11. Meyer to the air. He's got Kelvin Martin. And Martin fumbles the ball. And... did the Chiefs come up with it?
I think they did.
Yes,
man.
they
Looks
did.
like they did.
Kansas City recovers the fumble of Kelvin Martin. Another
block the pass rush out and still execute.
1st and 10 from the 30. Marcus Allen inside the 20. He's got one man to beat if he can turn the corner. Touchdown, Marcus Allen. Number 3.
I'd say the tandem's having a pretty good, this duo is having a pretty good day so far. These two guys that they picked up here.
That's going to make you feel awfully, awfully proud.
Yeah, I don't think I'd get many votes.
Derek Thomas sacks Rick Meyer. He goes down for the 3rd time this game, and that's the 38th sack of the season on Rick Meyer.
I don't think I get many votes in the competition.
But things have turned sour all of a sudden. They've now lost 5 of 7, and Kansas City wins it. They improve to 9-3. Final score from the Kingdom. Kansas City off the strength of
the year, still looking for a touchdown. The drive continues from the opening kickoff. Montana to Jonathan Hayes, and he's got his first score. Atwater with a tackle. Kansas City with an impressive march engineered by Joe Montana.
That was a thing of beauty. Dick, last night we were talking to Joe Montana.
5 for 6 passing to that 7-0 lead. Play action. Down the middle. What a catch by J.J. Burton at the 46-yard line. A 19-yard play. Atwater and Robinson with a tackle.
Yeah, Frank
to the right. And Fred Jones split left. Montana down the middle. Complete to Barnett, who's inside the 5. Atwater and Smith make the stop. 24 more for Joe.
Man, this is
field so magnificently. First and goal at the 4. 7-3. Kansas City. Marcus Allen. He's in the end zone again. The man who leads the NFL in rushing touchdowns has his 11th of the year on the ground and his 14th of the season.
Understand that Kansas City has won.
Number 2, yeah, that was Freudian. Number 1, Florida State. They're only favored by 17 points. Elway, good protection. And then he's hit from behind and fumbles. Neil Smith forced the fumble, and Elway is able to recover.
The bat move.
Neil Smith celebrates his sack with that little baseball swing of his. The latest rumor is it's a wide receiver. Elway from deep in his own end. Oh, his receiver had fallen, intercepted by Mincy, and Kansas City has it at the 30-yard line. Shannon Sharp slipped and fell, and Mincy has his 5th interception of the year. He leads Kansas City.
And Dick again wrong.
Elway now 3rd and 6, and batted in the air by Bayless and caught by Albert Lewis. Lewis has the Chiefs at the 25, and talk about momentum turning.
Who hit it?
Bayless.
Bayless tipped it up in the air? I couldn't pick up who hit it. These two teams.
Kansas City, 10 straight losses in Denver. Marty Schottenheimer never has won 7 tries here. Montana has a man, Willie Davis, for a touchdown. 29 yards.
Yes, sir. There's an assist, Martin Bayless.
It's a game of can you top this? Elway, then Montana, each with 2 touchdown throws.
But consistency has been the key. 3rd and 15. Montana has pressure, steps out, slides. He's going to try and run for it. He has the angle, and he makes it. Now, you will have to admit on that play that Montana has lost a step. It took him forever to get there. And here's Marcus. This time he does so. That is the 15th touchdown of the year for Marcus Allen, and the Chiefs are finally on the scoreboard with just over 7.5 minutes left in the first. 1-13 in his career, now tied for 5th, as you see, with Lenny Moore. Montana goes deep, passes complete to Willie Davis. Davis a start, a stop at the 45, then out of bounds inside the 40-yard line at the 38. Montana slips, throws, touchdown. Montana just kind of slips and slides through the pressure, finds Willie Davis in the end zone for the touchdown. Well, he's a piece of work.
Well, there are a lot of things that make Joe Montana special, but even at the age of...
He's against only 9 defeats. In this ball game, trying to bring Kansas City from behind, they were down 17-0 all the time in the world. Now they only trail by 3. Montana throws. Wide open now is Jonathan Hayes. Montana buying the time, and Jonathan Hayes will go to the 49-yard line. 31 yards on the play, and the Chiefs are suddenly in charge of territory.
It's Joe's world.
Last week against Denver, Reggie Rivers. On a key play, blocked the punt of Barkers. Second time he's been blocked in his career. And Gordon Gammon catches in the crowd. Ball is loose. Kansas City has it.
I believe it was Keith Cass that came up with it, Charlie, and if you figure that if he is the one that came up with it, that would atone for the mistake that he made earlier in terms of giving it up.
Kansas City has the ball. Darian Gordon took the gamble. He caught it in a crowd. And Montana throws. Touchdown. J.J. Burton. Carter with that bruised side, playing defense but not returning kicks. Here's the pass. And it is intercepted. Kansas City has the ball. Albert Lewis scooping up the interception. And on his return, he was decked by Mike Zendowski.
Certainly hasn't been.
Kansas City, remember, only a half game in front of the Denver Broncos, who won yesterday, defeating the Chicago Bears. Nice play action fake, going for it all. Has a man, he's there, touchdown, Willie Davis. Dave Craig, who fakes as well as anybody has as a quarterback in the National Football League. 7 seconds on the play clock. Miller comes across in motion. Here's the pass. It is incomplete. And once again, Anthony Miller is the intended receiver, but the Kansas City Chiefs hold. They take over in downs. They lead 28-17. 255 pounds, 6 receptions, 31 yards. First down, San Diego. Freeze has backside pressure, intercepted at the 22. Kansas City has the ball. Albert Lewis with the interception.
And Marty shot. Who's that? Is that Marty getting the face of
countdown to make it official? Kansas City's record will go now to 10-4. San Diego's record will go to 6-8 as the Chiefs stay atop of the AFC West. So you wait that last 10 seconds simply to make it official. The final score, Kansas City 28, San Diego 24. We'll be back to wrap it up.
Playoffs, they want to play great when they get in.
7th play of this drive, 3rd and 5. Montana looking for Davis in the end zone, touchdown. The 7th touchdown of the season for Willie Davis, the leading receiver for Kansas. Last week, Scotty Graham, the Minnesota running back, racked up 166. High to the air and in and out of the hands of Farrell Edmonds, and Edmonds pops up the football.
I don't think anybody's decided yet. To me, it looked like a fumble. Looks like they're trying to make up their mind down there at conference.
The Chiefs indicating they have the football. Let's listen to Tom White.
Kansas City.
Backfield, Allen out, 1st and goal for Kansas City. And this is McNair for the touchdown. The first touchdown of the season for Todd McNair. Lots of players hailing from schools involved in yesterday's big bowl matchups. Tootin of Florida State. Grad gets his kick blocked, and the Chiefs have recovered for the touchdown. It appeared that Albert Lewis blocked it and recovered it.
I'd say this, Albert Lewis is probably one of the best block. This makes me really nervous as a coach if I'm Marty over there. I don't like him taking these hits.
Third down, Montana has his man. And they stop the clock with 3 seconds left. And emerging with the ball, J.J. Burton, Dean Wells, Brian Barker, the holder. And Lowry gets a lot of foot into this one, and it is good. And that is the final play of the first half. Nick Lowry's 23rd field goal of the season has given the Chiefs a 27-10 lead.
I tell you, a lot of games are won in this period right here, right before half.
First and goal for the Seahawks. They trail it by 17. And a fumble by Williams.
That was close to whether he was down or not. Let's see what the referee said. Nope.
And they say the Chiefs have recovered the fumble by John L. Williams. For Rick Meyer, and this is the most noise Arrowhead Stadium has mustered in a while. Meyer on the run, stripped to the football. It's loose. And I believe the Chiefs have recovered. Yes, they have at the 11. Tim Newton made the recovery.
That I'd never seen before. It was certainly interesting to me.
Fourth down, and McNair has the first down, and he's got more than that. He's got a touchdown. McNair's second touchdown of the game and of the season. Last chance. Lofting it up down the far sideline. And coming up, well, actually, it was Bruce Pickens who thought he had an interception, but that is the final play of the game. Joe Montana and the Kansas City Chiefs. Up 34-24, they win it. Coming up next on most of these NBC stations, Game 2 of the NFL doubleheader today.
Was concerned, the play was over, and he never saw that one coming.
Hodge walked off unaided, so it's 2nd and 11, and O'Donnell gets sacked at the 40-yard line. The safety blitz as Kansas City sent Martin Bayless in there, and this has been a huge problem of late for the Pittsburgh Steelers. They've given up 34 sacks over the
on defense.
O'Donnell was 4 for 4 on that first drive. Montana is 0 for 3. And here's Allen exploiting a hole. And a first down. The Chiefs first out to the 40-yard line. Greg Lloyd makes the tackle. 17-yard gain for Marcus.
And the wily, crafty veteran with good running.
Especially not when you're a target. They can throw something on you from there.
2nd and 6, and Dave Craig, the play fake, and a great catch made in the end zone. J.J. Burton for the touchdown.
Oh, and what a number J.J. Burton put on Rod Woodson. A drive to the inside, a pump fake by Dave Craig, a plant of the left foot, a break to the outside is absolutely a classical zig-out move by Burton. Woodson has been known to go for
Pittsburgh up by 3. And O'Donnell throws it, and it is dropped at the 31-yard line by Ernie Mills.
Boy, strange series. They run Stone out of the backfield, a wide receiver. They run him on a reverse on 3rd down.
Of his last 13 passes.
On first down, he throws. McNair again. Escapes one man and takes it to the 19, and the crowd has very much come to life. Kimball Anders making the catch.
Both
on 1st and 15.
Comes Woodson.
They pick him up. The pass is caught at the 46-yard line by Willie Davis. 22
2-yard gain and a Chief first down.
Good read by Davis and
fourth. Barnett in motion. Catch is made by Burton to the 14 and another first down.
Oh, and Deion Figures saved the touchdown. And he's Joe Montana.
First and goal at the 2. Allen.
In again.
Touchdown.
His 13th of the year.
Aren't you a little surprised that Marcus Allen got the ball down there?
Stunned.
That's an 80-yard drive for Kansas City.
Only it does for Marcus Allen, Marty.
8 down and knocked the ball out. That was a good play by Taylor. You really can't fault Graham.
Mark Royals to punt, and the kick is blocked. It is blocked, and this is Jones taking off. He's inside the 20, tackled at the 9-yard line.
Who got it?
Keith Cash.
The big tight end. 6'4", Cash makes the key block and the turnover.
Good protection. Touchdown, Tim Barnett.
If you didn't believe before, you believe now.
Does he work beautifully in the pocket? His initial receiver was covered. He knows where everyone is on that football field. And give that offensive line 8 yards. And he probably can still reach that.
And second and 8. Cash. And a big money play for Keith Cash as he takes it to the 32-yard line.
This has been a big day for this fellow from Texas.
Third and 6 at the 28-yard line. There's a flag and the catch at the 19-yard line. One official looks at the other and he says yes. J.J. Burden.
Lloyd was offsides again, so that's where we start. And then the completion.
Burden with the
made one from 23, missed one from 43. Danny Villa to snap it, Brian Barker to hold it. And the Chiefs go to Houston.
What a game.
Brown, who played as a backup at Penn State, not many knew about him, has become a sensation here in Houston. There's a blitz again from the corner. They bring a corner, and Albert Lewis, the veteran from Grambling, has the sack on Moon. And that'll first kick for Greg Montgomery, who led the NFL in punting average this year, 45.6. Damon Hughes got some running room, 50. And to the Houston 42-yard line. John Henry Mills made the stop, 34 yards on the return. Have a catch. He likes to spread it around. Here they come on a jailbreak, and breaking the tackle is Burton. J.J. Burton is to the 5-yard line. Tackled by Bo Orlando. A flag is down, and so is the quarterback. Michael Barrow coming in, hit just inside the 25. Second and 19 for Moon. Here comes that corner blitz, and Lewis strips the ball, and Kansas City recovers. Joe Phillips in there along with Derek Thomas. But it was Lewis who made the play just as he did in the first series of the game. The 4th sack for the McNair in motion. Montana steps up, throws long to Davis. Oh, he crunched by Bubba McDowell, but hangs on to this one. Well, he dropped the easy one, and he clutches a very tough reception. 22-yard and 7. Montana guns it, complete. It's Willie Davis, and Davis is on the caught by Orlando. 37 yards. Kansas City. That was the first Chiefs first down by run. Now a play action wide open is the tight end, and Cash has a touchdown. Oh my! You see Keith Cash, he drilled that one. The bullseye was Buddy. Well, his twin brother, Kerry Cash, a tight end with Indianapolis, caught over 40 this year. He's here to cheer. Moon going deep, and he was drilled. Intercepted by Mincy. Mincy tackled from behind by the intended receiver, Ernest Gibbons. Kansas City on the turnover. 12-yard return for Mincy, who had 5 interceptions on the year. They stack the defense. Moon from the blind side, going to be hit by Thompson. Benny Thompson and Martin Bayless getting back near the 30-yard line. 7 sacks for the Chiefs.
And Vic, I think that's now
Front of the largest crowd ever to see a game in the Astrodome. Underneath to Burden. Touchdown! There's some Kansas City fans here who cheer the Burden score to tie it at 13. Quarterback in the playoffs is Joe Montana, and of course a perfect 4-0 in the Super Bowl. Now it's Moon's turn. Hit again and fumbles. Derek Thomas forced the fumble, and Kansas City recovers. Saliamua. But Thomas was the one who stripped him with the 8th sack today. His knee's bothering him, so we won't see him probably when they get the ball again. And Montana throwing for Davis. Oh! Touchdown! He stole it from right around the defender, Steve Jackson. Or was it Dishman? It was Dishman.
unbelievable catch.
Dishman was running in tandem with Davis, and he reached right around him for the score. Montana. And there's a flag down, and Cash is on the loose. Keith Cash all the way to the 30-yard line. Steve Jackson makes the stop, a 40-yard play. They were battling as if that were a jump.
Right now.
No timeouts for Houston. They give to Allen. He's got the first down. He's got a touchdown. Two great veterans, one unwanted in Los Angeles, another wanted but didn't at Little Milton College. Joe Montana and Kansas City from behind win it 28-20.
Marcus Allen finds a hole. Oh, look at him slither through, and he's all the way to the Buffalo 41-yard line. Henry Jones, the last Buffalo Bill, gets him down 24 yards for the venerable Marcus Allen.
Oh, 1 man
kicks it off. Oakland at the 8. Fumbles the ball, and it appears that Kansas City Fred Jones was the man who fell on it. Yes. Benny Thompson was the man who made the hit, and Thompson, along with Steve Taggart, as Montana went 0 for 5 at the start of the game. Not much room to roam. He goes deep down the middle and has Burden. And a first down across the 30-yard line to J.J. Burden, 26 yards.
Just that little play-action fake, held line.
Craig, to Davis, did he stay in bounds? Yes. No, now they say no.
Which are they saying?
hits at the 20-yard line. It's the tight end Cash again. And a great throw by Craig. He had to thread. To Burden at the 2. J.J. Burden in front of Nate Odoms. 15 more. First and goal, KC.
What an unlikely 4-down area, too. They don't make it here. They got to go for it on 4th down.
Marcus, touchdown, Kansas City. Now that was a very impressive drive engineered by Dave Craig. And Craig, standing in, drilled a couple of times as he threw the ball, was able to complete some difficult passes in 3rd and long, and takes his team 90 yards for a touchdown.